An option for weight loss is something called Phentermine. Phentermine is an oral pill that you take daily. How it works is it suppresses your appetite. It's in the stimulant family, so it suppresses your appetite and you in turn eat less. You go in a calorie deficit state, and when you do that, you end up losing weight. Phentermine got a bad rap 15-20 years ago when it was mixed with fenfluramide. So back in the day, there was something called fen-phen that people would take. And it got a bad rap because they found out that you potentially can have heart valve issues. Out of the, let's say, 20,000 people, there would be a handful of people that have heart valve issues, and then in turn, they kind of took that medication off the market. With newer research, it seemed that those heart valve issues were coming from the fenfluramide, not necessarily the Phentermine portion of that medication. So in turn, we only offer the Phentermine portion of that medication. And again, it being in the stimulant family, there is a little bit more of a side effect profile. So one of the side effects that people notice is actually you have more energy. Usually when you're in a calorie deficit state, you notice you have a little bit more sluggish because you're not taking as much calories in. But this medication being in the stimulant category doesn't come with those side effects of being in a calorie deficit state of sluggishness, low energy, and tired brain fog. And actually, this medication does give you a little bit better concentration. So some people take it and they notice, man, I have better energy levels, I'm more focused at work, and I notice that I'm a better functioning adult. Typical weight loss would be 1 to 2 pounds a week on this medication. Some people lose more while some people lose less. But the idea is you don't want to be losing more than 3 pounds a week. When you're losing more than 3 pounds a week, you potentially might be losing muscle mass, and we don't want you to be having that. Our goal is slow and steady weight loss. And typically in 3 months' time, you should be down 15-20 pounds. Some side effects of Phentermine include increased heart rate, increased blood pressure. Some people experience more anxiety or irritability while you're on that medication. Some other side effects that people notice is they could have some erectile dysfunction while on that medication. It can cause a little bit of vasoconstriction, so that can cause some erectile issues. This is temporary, and once you get off this medication, that's not an issue. You can take half a pill a day to mitigate any of those side effects to see if that half a pill is enough to make you reach the desired outcome of weight loss without the side effects. The people that notice the side effects are usually a little bit on the smaller side. So if somebody's 150, 160 pounds, they might notice more of those side effects than compared to somebody who's 230, 240 pounds. It just simply how the body uses that medication, how it's dissolved throughout your bloodstream. The Phentermine is used for only a short-term kind of medication, 3 months on, a couple months off, and to just get you to your goal weight. It's not a medication that you stay on indefinitely. It's one of those medications you go on for a little bit, get to your goal weight, and you get off of that medication. Since Phentermine is a stimulant, it is a controlled substance. I'm only able to prescribe 3 months of this medication at a time, and usually we get off this medication after a couple months on it. It can come up as a false positive on your urine test as an amphetamine. So keep in mind that could happen. I can write you a slip saying that that's from that medication, but that's just something that will pop up as positive on your urine analysis if you get drug screened at work. If you have any questions, reach out to us at RochesterTRT@gmail.com or 585-524-0300.